Oh, gnarly, dude. Looks like you just went overboard. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Overboard. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm your host, Jenny.
And as you can see, I'm at Jenny's house.
Yeah, my house.
Well, mom's house.
Yeah, Anthony came down for Thanksgiving. Right now it's Cyber Monday, so it's after Thanksgiving. So happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. But yeah, Anthony flew down, and you haven't told me about your flight yet. How was that?
Well, as you know, usually the holidays are like a pretty like hectic time to be flying, and especially with like, you know, COVID-19 and all the restrictions in place. I expected things to be a little bit more crazy, but it was actually pretty smooth for the most part. I did see a couple of interesting things while in my flight. So the first thing that happened was, as you know, like many of you know, I'm from the state of Michigan, and we've had some of the most, I would say,
I don't know where you're going with this.
powerful lockdown COVID restrictions. And so I basically have this ritual every time I fly, you know, and now that I have been flying to and from Texas, every time I fly, I make it a thing because, you know, flying can be stressful, right? So I usually go and I have a couple drinks at the bar and get a bite to eat. I like make it a thing. It's part of the vacation. You got to make it part of the experience when you fly, right? Well, of course, apparently, you know, the Michigan government just decided that having liquor is not like, you're just not allowed to sell liquor if you're like a food establishment or something. I don't know if that's like for restaurants or maybe if it was just like an airport thing, but it was, yeah, we couldn't even like, we could get food at the at the food places and at the airport, but you couldn't get any beer, you couldn't get liquor, any of that. And it just kind of like was dumb because it made the experience.
Got a drink.
Yeah, well, no, it just like made
Take the edge off.
It ruined my ritual, you know? Like that's my ritual. It makes me get in the vacay mood, like makes me feel like, yeah, this whole trip's gonna be loose. I'm gonna be relaxing, chilling the whole time. And I just wasn't able to do that. And the way I found out, right, is like at the Detroit Metro Airport, like the place I went to go look for a drink was this place called Margaritaville, right? Yeah. And it was open, but only open for takeout, only open for like, I think you could get Slurpees because, you know, they had like a frozen margarita machine that they couldn't make margaritas with. And it was just sad because like I came up, I'm like, is liquor available? Or like, you know, is alcohol available? And they're like, no alcohol. It's part of the restrictions. And then, you know, like it just was like every person who walked up, like everybody was flocking to this Margaritaville and everyone asked for a drink and all were turned down. And we were all so disappointed, just like standing there.
What was the reason for them not wanting people to drink?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I think like the Michigan state government like thinks that, I mean, it makes sense for like bars and stuff because, you know, people go there to gather. But at an airport, it didn't really make sense to me because, you know, I'm not going to an airport to hang out and drink with my friends, right? Like I'm probably going to be by myself having a drink. So, but they weren't letting anybody like sit in any of the seats in the eating area. Like you had to just take it and go sit on the ground somewhere and eat your food. So you know, I just ordered a chicken Caesar salad and dipped out. But so, you know, that was a bummer. Yeah, definitely. Because that was my ritual. And then my flight was late. So I guess.
Yeah, well, there was a storm here, and I think that's why your flight was late, because it was, I knew that DFW was shutting down a lot of flights and like making them land because the storms were so bad.
Apparently you guys had a tornado touchdown in Arlington, which isn't too far from here.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We weren't under a tornado warning, but other parts of Dallas were.
Right. Yeah. Apparently one touchdown in Arlington, the ladies that were sitting next to me on the flight when we finally landed in Dallas, they had contacted somebody who said that a tornado had touched down, which makes sense because like our flight got delayed. The flight coming to pick us up in Detroit, which was coming from Dallas, was like almost an hour and 30 minutes late.
Oh.
Yeah. So like my flight was like, I was supposed to leave at like, the plane was supposed to get there at 7:05 and it didn't get there until like 8:15, and then we were boarded and on the plane by 8:30, and like I was supposed to be here around like 9:30.
Yeah,
right, and we didn't get to Dallas until 11.
Yeah.
So like that was the first part, but right, so like we're all these people were all waiting for the Dallas flight to get here, and all of a sudden like you just hear the shouting down the hall and everybody starts looking over. And it's just some dumb Chad. I'm not even kidding. It was like some dumb privileged Chad. And he's got his mask, wearing it like a chin diaper. Right? What's
the point? Yeah.
Right. Like, and he's making a big scene because the flight people, the flight the flight check-in people, concierge, what are they?
The flight chickens.
Yeah, the flight chickens. They had told them that he would not be able to fly if he didn't put his mask all the way above his nose, which is not unreasonable, guys. Like,
common
if
courtesy.
You're even gonna put the mask on at all, why wouldn't you wear it? Right? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you? Like, if you're not, even if you're just like trying to get into a place and you don't believe in it because it somehow is an infringement upon your rights, he's like, this is violating. And he's like screaming. And there's like these like dudes that are like, dude, you need to like chill out and stop making a scene. Like, there's children here. Cause this guy's like cussing and he's like a young, like in his 20s, like stupid, preppy Chad
frat boy.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, really? Like, everybody was just like, it sucks that we have to wear masks. Like, it sucks. Yeah. Right. But like, it's honestly the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take nothing but 2 seconds to put your mask on. Sure, maybe it covers your breathing a little bit, but after a while, your body adapts to it. You forget it's there. It's like wearing another piece of clothing. But he's just making this big old scene and like screaming at the top of his lungs and stuff. And he was just, the rule was you're not even allowed in the airport if you're not wearing the mask right up. And so he put it up above his mouth. Or no, it was like halfway covering his mouth, but wasn't like it was half covering his mouth, but half not. And he's just like making a big stink about it still and just yelling and causing this huge old scene, right? And this was a guy going to Los Angeles. So this was like the next terminal over. And we're all just looking like, what the heck? But it's just, come on, guys.
Oh, so this wasn't boarding your plane?
No, this wasn't on our plane. This was, so like there's our terminal for the Dallas flight. And then right next door, like the next one to us was the Los Angeles flight. And this guy I was just like, seriously, man, like if you're one of those people who's gonna do that just to cause, like, you're purposely trying to cause a scene at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not even like he wasn't even trying to reason. He just said, this is violating, man. And we're just like, dude, no, it's not. Somebody asked, you're being asked by a private establishment to wear it. That's not violating. you know, you're just respecting the rules of the private establishment,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, it's an infringement upon my I'm like, shut up.
Like leave.
Just seriously, like, don't fly. So basically, the Los Angeles flight got there anyway, and he was like one of the last groups to board. And sure enough, he goes up. He's like, I'm not putting my mask above my face. And they're like, then we're not letting you on the plane. We already told you this. Like, these are the rules. If you can't abide by them, you can't fly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this is absolutely ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. And they're just like, listen, man, just like go. Like, you're not getting on the flight.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not getting refunded your ticket either, because
yeah, you're choosing.
You are choosing not to get on the flight. He made the choice.
So he didn't get on?
No, he didn't get on. He walked. They told him no, and he wasn't willing to you know, like, respond, you know, comply.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sent him away, and he didn't say anything after that. He just got on his phone, called his daddy, and was like, Daddy, you know, they wouldn't let me on the flight because I wouldn't wear my mask, right? Like, stupid
so
Chad.
funny.
Like, come on, bro. And then, okay, so like, that was funny, right? We're all laughing at him. And then there's like this dude who is gonna be boarding our flight. And like I said, our plane it was finally coming in. So there's like the concierge flight people. They're just like, all right, everybody, we need you to start getting in lines. Like, we're starting with like group 1 first. Like, and you know, so everybody starts lining up. The plane's getting ready to pull in. And this guy had like a massive bag. It was like a massive like duffel bag, like a sports bag or something. That was like, and he was trying to bring that on as his personal item. So like, which is only supposed to be the size of like a small purse or like a backpack, right? It has to be able to fit under your seat for most of you. Like, most of you who have flied know that, right? This guy even claimed that he's flew many times. And he's like, I'm telling you, like, this bag was big. Like,
yeah,
they wouldn't, like, if they should have made him, they let him eventually take it on as a carry-on, but it should have been like something that went in the cargo hold, because it was that big. But he's like in line, and the flight concierge person's like, sir, that's going to be a little bit too big. You're going to need to pay for that. That's not a carry-on, because he didn't have like a tag on it. And he's like, what do you mean? This is my personal item. This is like big enough. And he looked like a rough, like almost like homeless looking dude. So I don't really know what was going on with him, but he then starts to cause a scene, right? And he's like, what do you talk about? This fits. And he goes and like, so like at the Detroit airport, they have like these bins that you can fit your bag in to tell you if it's going to fit as a carry-on or if it's going to fit as a personal item. And he shoves it in the personal item thing. And literally, like, it's not even covering, like, it filled it, like, I don't even know, like, only a quarter of the bag fit in it. And the rest of it's sticking out. And he's like, yeah, this fits. Don't you see? I can see. And she's like, no, I'm telling you, it doesn't fit. Mm-hmm. And he's like, this fits. Look at it. And she's like, it's not going to fit. I already told you that. So they're going back and forth. And he's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to take out my stuff? And she's like, if you can make it fit, you do whatever you want. But I'm not telling you what to do. You need to pay for it if you're going to try and get it on the plane. And he just was not willing to do it. So he starts making this whole stink. And like we're all just like laughing at him. This like old couple turns to me and they're just like, wow. Mm-hmm. Detroit's finest right here. Like, such a Detroit movie. Like, what the hell, guys? And he's like, so he unzips his bag. He's throwing all his clothes on the ground. You know,
crackhead energy.
Dude, massive crackhead. And he's literally like throwing his clothes on the ground in the middle of the terminal, right? And then he realizes, whoa, I can't just leave this here. And then he gets this brilliant idea. Can you guess what he does next?
No.
He starts putting his clothes on over his clothes.
Oh, that's smart.
No.
Though. That's smart, crackhead.
Except for the fact that they were all sweatshirts in all sweatpants that he pulled out of the bag in like 2 winter coats. So he's
hey, it still works.
He's like jumping around in the terminal, like trying to like pull his sweatpants over his sweatpants and over his shoes and everything. And we're just like looking at him like jump around trying to get his clothes on. He like puts a sweatshirt on, puts another shirt on over that, and then puts a coat on, and then puts his like another coat on, and then puts his coat over his coat. And he just looks like, at this point, he's just like a big old puffball. Like,
yeah,
he can barely move because he's like a puffball. And that wasn't even enough to like get the bag to fit in the personal carry, like the personal item thing.
I mean, it was a smart move.
No,
though,
I mean, I admired it. I was like, that's determination. And if he succeeds, I'm going to commend him. But he's going to be sweating his balls off in that plane, right? But, you know, so he gets all these clothes on, just waste all this time. At this point, like half the line has gone through, right? And has boarded the plane. So like, and all of us are in the line. We're like looking at each other like, what the hell is wrong? Like this black lady turns to me. She's like, this is why we get a bad rep. And I'm like, like, hold up, chill. Like, and like he puts the bag back in the like carry-on measure, the personal item measurer, still way too big, like way too big. Lady turns to him, like the flight person turns to him and is just like, listen, man, like you're gonna hold up the plane at this point. Like you need to pay for that bag because we're not letting you on with that bag. And he's like, would you want me to? It fits now. Look, it fits. Do you want me to take more out? And she's like, no. And he's like, but you told me to take more out. And she's like, no, I did not. I told you needed the bag. You took it out on your own and tried to find a way around it and you failed. So you need to pay now. And he is just like grumbling, like getting mad and stuff. And we're just all like, there's little kids in this line. He's just like, just like, bro, come on. And so finally he gives in and he's like, fine, I'll finally pay for it. Like he's like, I'll pay for it. And
so all that for nothing.
Literally all that for, like, that's what I'm saying though. How can you, I don't understand the mentality of people who purposely try to cause a scene.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, he knew the bag was never going to fit.
Yeah.
Even when he took the clothes out, the bag was never going to fit. He could plain as day see that the bag would not fit. Right. Yet he still tried to, like, cause a scene to make, like, thinking these people were just going to be like, oh, yeah, just do it. Just go. But it don't work like that on a plane. Like, it's already crowded enough as it is.
Yeah.
You know, people are, you know, it's just like, seriously, man. Like, and the dude who wouldn't wear his mask, like, seriously, like
what's
what
the point?
Kind of trash humans are you trying to cause a scene
not only
like
that,
like,
but it's like you already know in that situation you're gonna have to wear a mask. So why even?
Yeah, why even?
Like, why even get there if you you already know you're gonna have to wear a mask.
Like,
that's implemented in almost like every place, not only like airports, but like
especially
grocery
in Michigan.
stores and like everything. So like if you know that, why would you even go to the airport if you weren't gonna wear one?
Right, because like especially the airport, like they're definitely not playing around just because of how much traffic going in and out is. And like when you get in the plane, like it's a very enclosed, tight space. So like you're literally, you know, kissing your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
So I just like, I don't understand people who just like purposely try to cause a scene like that. Like,
Right.
we're all trying to go home for the holidays. Our plane's already late. This is already a stressful situation. And homeboy, like, just pay for your freaking clothes.
Right.
Like, and homeboy, just wear your mask. Like, it's literally, it's not like somebody's asking you to get the vaccine yet. Like, I bet homie with the mask would get a vaccine before he'll wear the mask. And the vaccine is more of like an intrusion and violation of my privacy than wearing a mask is, in my opinion.
Right.
I'm still gonna get the vaccine when it comes out if it's good shit, but like,
Yeah.
you know, if it's good shit, bro. But it's just like I don't get people like that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody just needs to relax. Like, we're in this together, dude.
We're all in this together. Anyway, so
that was my flight in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was like pretty damn smooth. Like, smooth flight. Not a whole lot of turbulence, even though the weather was really bad. But like, yeah, it was smooth.
That's good. But anyways, he came and took that flight so that he could be here for Thanksgiving. And then also so we could record some podcasts. If you listen to us on the regular, you know we took like a little bit of a hiatus to like just a little mental break.
Yeah, mental health break, because, you know, like, these COVID times have been rough for all of us. And it was definitely wearing on us too. Like, I was feeling pretty drained, and I was like sick a couple weeks ago. Not like COVID sick, but like, you know, just like not feeling good.
Yeah.
But,
so we took a break, but we're back now, and we're gonna have content coming to you guys every week. So watch out for that. But anyways, so he's here for Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving has passed. It was yesterday. Today is Black Friday when we're recording this.
But this is airing on a Cyber Monday.
So
welcome to our Thanksgiving special. So basically we want to start this out by, you know, made us think, you know, what is the origins of Thanksgiving? I think most of us know, you know, we learned it in school, right? Like, the Pilgrims sailed to Plymouth Rock and then like put a settlement there.
Yep.
Yeah, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. So, like, here's your history lesson for Thanksgiving, for those of you who forgot. So, in 1620, the Mayflower set sail with 102 passengers. And they landed somewhere, I think it was like sometime in winter is when they landed. And actually, like, it was really bad when they landed. They didn't like go out and like make a settlement right away. They stayed on the ship through the entire winter, which was not a great move, just because like when you're in an enclosed space like that, guess what happens? Disease and sickness. And that's exactly what happened. So they got scurvy, they got disease, they got sick, and half of the people who were on the Mayflower died that winter. So when spring finally rolled around, then they moved ashore and they started meeting the Native Americans. They now, you know, surprisingly, like, you hear a lot of bad things that the colonists did to the Native Americans, but this is an example of harmony between the Native Americans and the colonists. So they had a Native American that learned how to speak English that came to them. And that Native American taught him how to grow corn, how to, you know, cultivate, how to catch fish in the rivers and avoid poisonous plants, which is cool because it helped them live. Help them alive. And resurrect their dead villagers that died on the ship before. JK. And so that happened, and then they ended up forging an alliance with the Wampanoag tribe, which was the local tribe in the area. And this is when things start kicking off. And finally, a year later, in November of 1621, the Pilgrims' first corn harvest was successful, and the governor of the settlement said, "Hey, yo, we need to have a feast to celebrate this here shindig, right? Like we did it." And yeah. And so they had a big old feast with the Wampanoag tribe, and like they played games. The Native Americans hunted deer and other game and brought it to this feast to help the peoples. So this is funny though. So I didn't know this.
Is it funny?
But Thanksgiving didn't become a thing until Abraham Lincoln signed it as a national holiday.
Isn't that how most holidays happen?
Right. But I didn't know it was that late. Like maybe I thought like, I don't know, you just think Thanksgiving and you're like, yeah, that was even before the revolution happened, right? And it didn't become a thing until Abraham. It didn't become a thing until Abraham Lincoln. And it became a thing. It became a national holiday because the prolific writer Sarah Josepha Hale. I don't know if anybody knows that name, any feminist writers out there. But she wrote the nursery rhyme "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and that's what she's most famous for. She actually wrote a lot of published documents and editorials and sent them to her senators, not her senators. Sorry. Well, yeah, I guess they did have senators then because America was established when Abraham Lincoln was president. Sorry. And finally, Abraham Lincoln was like, yo, that stank. It's celebrated in enough other cities because before that, it was just celebrated selectively in certain cities. Like New York was one of the first places to officially adopt a Thanksgiving holiday, but it wasn't recognized nationally until Abraham Lincoln. So that's that on that. And I hope I didn't bore you with my history lesson.
But on another note, after that nice little history lesson we just received from the history master himself, Captain Skipper, do we have any Thanksgiving traditions? I was trying to think.
Like our family?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of did. I mean, it's always been different, and especially like it used to be we would go over to like grandma and grandpa's.
Yeah.
And the whole family would get together. Like that was when we were younger.
Yeah.
And then as we started growing up, I feel like that somehow fell off.
Yeah, well, they got too old to do it, and nobody else really had a house that had like a layout where everybody could be in the same place.
Right. And so it kind of just like ended up falling apart. And then our family just started doing, our cousins and stuff, they all just started doing their own thing. We started doing our own thing. Well, we would go, I think after like grandma and grandpa, though, we started going to. Didn't we go to Frankenmuth, or was that like for Christmas around Christmas time? I thought that was around Thanksgiving. I thought that was something we did for Thanksgiving.
I thought it was Christmas though, because I guess they do have Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
During Thanksgiving.
Anyway, there's this really cool German town in Michigan called Frankenmuth, and they have this place called Bronner's, which is like one of the largest Christmas stores in the world.
Yeah.
And then they have the Bavarian Inn, and then Zender's. Which just specialize, you go there with your family, you get some dank fried chicken. They have like stuffing,
mashed potatoes, noodles,
and
butter noodles.
Butter noodles, yeah, like that cranberry sauce or whatever. They got fancy breads. All the servers and all the people that are working there are wearing lederhosen. Because again, it's very, very German, Bavarian, Austria, area theme.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of fudge places.
Yeah, a bunch.
down
Oh,
there.
the dankest fudge too.
Best
like,
fudge you're gonna find ever.
yeah. So yeah, that's what we started doing for a while, and then
Yeah, and it's all decorated to the T. So I think by Thanksgiving they have it decorated with
right,
Christmas stuff. So like wreaths and lights everywhere. So if you're there if you go like later in the day at nighttime, everything's lit up at night.
right.
And there's like little gift shops and stuff you can walk to. Non-sponsored, but if you're in Michigan, that's probably like one of the like only places.
Well, okay.
Like
I mean, I feel like we got to elaborate on that more too. So like in Michigan, I feel like
unless you're in the UP.
unless you're like a wealthier person, Michigan people, we don't go for vacation outside of Michigan. We go on vacation up north, especially if you're a family. Like most people in Michigan are like not the wealthiest, right? So like
middle class,
right.
Like
So
lower
like
middle class.
a vacation to a lot of Michigan people, and we don't get us wrong, we love it. We love it.
Yeah.
We do.
All right, so we just had a little technical difficulty. So if the framing moved a little bit or the lighting or anything, that's why. But we don't know where we left off. I think we were talking about the vacation situation. So
yeah, basically, yeah, like Michigan vacations, like we don't really go out of state for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless you like have a significant amount, like if you're upper middle class.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like most of us just go camping. We go up north to the UP because just beautiful, absolutely beautiful up there. We got Mackinac Island in Mackinac. We got, like Grand Haven has beautiful beaches. We have so many lakes. It's just like,
yeah, but basically what we were trying to say is like,
or like Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth is like the only place that's not up north that like really I think is worth like if you're traveling from somewhere to Michigan to go see, I guess.
Definitely. It's not like super overwhelming, but it's definitely like a cool like German vibe and cool experience. It's something that, like Michigan families, we frequent all the time around Thanksgiving, all the time around Christmas. So yeah, that was like our Thanksgiving tradition for a while.
And that says a lot.
Yeah, and
but
then
I'm just trying to think, do we have like something that we normally do every Thanksgiving? Like besides like dinner, obviously, like Frankenmuth, but like
we eat food and I think watch a movie, but
oh, I don't know if anybody else's family does this, but my mom doesn't allow us to put up any Christmas decorations until after Thanksgiving. So we're not allowed to decorate at all until like Friday.
I know some people are get into it and they're like, first day in November, let's get it, dog. And I'm
That's
no.
What I want to do. But my mom's
I don't want to
no.
hear Christmas music until 2 weeks before Christmas. I don't care about lights. Lights are always cool.
Yeah.
I'm a rave kid, so I like to see flashy lights. Ooh, shiny.
All of the lights. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think we have any like prevalent Thanksgiving things anymore.
Yeah, we kind of just like started doing, Thanksgiving at our house with our just our mom.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of been us after that,
all on our own.
But I know like what do you know any like other Thanksgiving traditions that other people have? Like I know like it's a thing for most people's families to get together and stuff.
Yeah, like the entire family gets together. Or like certain people bring certain plates or dishes every year. It's
kind of like a potluck kind of deal. One thing I've been missing out on, and I don't know, like apparently other people's families, like mac and cheese is a staple.
Yeah, we never have mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
I've never had mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, and some of you are probably like, oh, blasphemy. But no, like our family just always cooks some shitty ass green bean casserole. And I mean, some people like green bean casserole, but if I can have the choice between green bean casserole or mac and cheese, I'd probably rather you prioritize the mac and cheese, please. I know my friend like Marissa, cheesy potatoes is the thing to make on Thanksgiving and for most holidays. So
yeah,
I'm down with that. Anything with cheese, clog my arteries, please.
Yeah. Well, Mom normally makes cheesy potatoes for you for
For Christmas, yeah, not
Christmas,
for not for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's never weird. Or that's never weird. That's really weird. I didn't think about the fact that we didn't have mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, because that
A
I
lot
feel
of
like
people
is a
do have
staple.
mac and cheese. Yeah, like every time I see posts on Facebook, I know it's typically like a thing in the Black community too. We grew up with the white folks, so we get green bean casserole and plums.
I don't think
and,
that's just a Black person.
well, that's what I see it on like Black Twitter and Black Facebook and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
they always making memes about it.
They always.
And I feel left out, But yeah. So Black Friday is today.
Yeah.
And
I'm not impressed. I'm honestly not impressed.
Yeah. And
I feel like each year as Black Friday like progresses, it just gets less and less. Like the deals get less and less good. And then like also now they're starting the deals like before Thanksgiving, like a week before Thanksgiving. So it's like it's kind of taking away from like the whole experience of Black Friday. I only ever went out shopping on Black Friday like I think twice. And I don't know if it's maybe just being in Michigan, but it didn't really seem all that crazy like you see on
yeah,
TV
I've only
stuff.
ever went with Aunt Denise. Shout out Aunt Denise.
Yeah, the only thing that the like most hectic place that I've been during a Black Friday, like I said, I have only been out for 2, or actually 3, I think, is when we went to Best Buy to get your TV.
Oh yeah, and I got
that
4K TV. Yeah. Dude, I totally forgot about that.
That was insane. There were so many people there. It was packed like back to back. But like other than that, like I've never really been to anything that was like super crazy. But I will say, like, I think the deals are a lot worse than they used to be, and because they go on longer, I don't know, I just think it's not as special anymore.
No,
and
I
then
totally
it
agree
also
with
like
that.
kind of ruins Thanksgiving a little bit, because it's supposed to be like a time that you like are giving thanks and caring about your family and stuff. But now you're like, oh, like what deals are they dropping? Because now the stores that don't have like start their Black Friday deals early start them on like 8:00 at night on Thanksgiving.
Right.
So it's
and
like
that just I don't know, that to me that really takes away, again, like you said, it's supposed to be like about giving thanks.
Yeah.
And everybody knows you're supposed to be with your family. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, but if your establishment that makes your employees work on Thanksgiving, like,
yeah,
that's just, I don't know. I feel like fundamentally that's wrong, because you're prioritizing profit over your own employees.
Right.
Because I'm sure they would love to be at home with their families, especially during the holiday, like that, and to just take a break. Well, I mean, back on that, like, I've been looking forward to Black Friday all year, because my number one money saving rule is never pay full price for anything if you can help it. Yeah. If you can help not paying full price for it, don't pay full price for it. You don't need that thing right now.
Right.
You can get it later at a discount price. Even if it's like $10 off, that's still better than paying full price for it, because, these people are nickel and diming you at the end of the day. But yeah, I was extremely unimpressed with the deals. I've been hunting for a gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing a ton of research, and I was expecting all these hot deals. And some of the places I were looking at, they've been like, some of the websites I've been looking at, like you said, like most retailers at this point, they start their sales, their Black Friday sales. They run them from the beginning of the week, the first Monday of the week of Thanksgiving. And they usually either go end on, like the weekend after Black Friday.
Right.
Or they keep them going through Cyber Monday. Yeah. But it's the same deal, and it's usually not that much more of a discount. Yeah. It just depends on where you're looking at. So the research I've been doing on the gaming PCs, though, they've been recommending definitely looking at Cyber Monday for deals. So I looked for PC deals today. I didn't find any. When this airs on Cyber Monday, I will have purchased a gaming PC by then.
Yeah.
For production for this podcast, and other various other things that we got planned for you guys. Um, but yeah, it just like Black Friday used to be like this special day, and now they started doing it early, and then retailers, like if you go to the mall and go shopping, or most like clothing stores, they always start their deals a week early and keep them going. So that just like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't really realize that. And so they wait until Black Friday, and then either the things that they want are
Gone.
out, the sizes of clothes that you have are out. But it's just like, definitely a tip for you all: pay attention, because these people are trying to keep these shops are trying to keep their prices all week long. Um, and most people don't know it. They think all the hype is around, but honestly,
Yeah.
I check at the beginning of the week. If there's a hot item you really want, check at the beginning of the week, because most likely it's going to be much more available then. But
Also, fun fact, this is not for if you're planning on buying for Christmas, but if you're like looking for clothes after
Christmas,
like if you're looking to get clothes, buy them after Christmas, because everything's always like slightly cheaper after Christmas because they're
right?
trying to get rid of
Their
stock.
inventory stock.
So sometimes waiting is better.
Yeah. So, well, especially if you want to buy personal stuff, because I mean, Black Friday, I use Black Friday and like Cyber Monday and all that. That's for buying for other people.
Yeah.
Even though I will sometimes spoil myself every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I try, to focus on buying for other people. And so if there is that clothing or things that you want and you do wait until December, like honestly, that's the best time to buy. Or I heard 2 weeks before before Christmas.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Like 2 to 3 weeks right before Christmas. So like the weekend after, Thanksgiving, or after Black Friday and all that, pretty much. So I'll be looking for deals then. So we'll see if we'll find anything good.
Yeah. Let us know.
But I don't know. I think that the way that Black Friday is going in America, especially, is
definitely going online. And I feel like, especially this year, because like you don't want to go out to the stores right now. It's like everything's online pretty much. And I just feel like, so for instance, like some of the clothing places that I like to shop online at, like I've been watching their prices for the past couple of weeks, and right now they're marketing them as a bigger discount, but it's really not. So like it's just like make sure you're watching it for a while, because chances are like you're going to be paying either the same amount or possibly more than what you could like a couple weeks.
Right.
We've talked about this on like a couple podcasts ago or something, where like they say it's a bigger discount, but what they do is they raise the original price before they discount it, so then it looks like it's getting a bigger discount, but in reality it's not. So yeah, definitely if there's something you're looking to buy, like watch it even before Black Friday, because sometimes Black Friday is just a jip. They're just trying to jip you.
Just remember, folks, it's a marketing ploy, and don't get swindled. But I think this is going to be, I think, I don't know. I just feel like Black Friday is not going to be like a thing in the next few years if it keeps going the way that it's going. Because it's already taken the special day away if we just do it on Thanksgiving. And then if they're doing their deals all through the week, then like it's not Black Friday anymore. It's just Black Week.
True. But speaking of Black Friday deals and like buying gifts for Christmas, because we're now encroaching on December, which is my favorite season, my favorite time, Christmas season.
Yeah, she's obsessed with Christmas.
Yeah, I love Christmas. I understand the whole like a lot of people like don't like Christmas because of the whole like marketing play, but like I personally, what I like about Christmas is like the lights and everything, and then also like I love buying gifts for other people. Like that just I don't know. Sometimes that people like hate doing that. No, it doesn't even. I just like to see like people's reactions, because I feel like I get I think I give pretty decent gifts.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Sure.
No?
No, she's a good gift giver for sure.
I would say I'm probably the best gift giver in our family. I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I enjoy that time of the year. But anyhow, I was trying to think because I feel like with you, I always know what to get you just because like
I'm a pretty simple creature.
well, yeah, and like I just like know you enough, but just in general, like other like guy friends and stuff, I never know what to get them because it's like, what do you like? Like, what do you get for? Like, guys are
Guys?
so hard to buy for. Like a girl, you can just be like, oh, like a candle or like I don't know,
I
like
don't know. To be honest, I really think guys would just be glad that you got them something. I don't
yeah.
really, I mean, as long as it's not like a thong and panties, right? Or like a banana hammock. But like, I think guys really don't care about what it is so much as the fact that they got something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I could say that for girls things
most
too.
guys don't need like flowers, you know, like in a romantic setting. Like,
Flowers.
we don't need flowers or like you to leave us a letter well, maybe a letter would be cool, but like we just want your time and attention. So the fact that you even thought enough about us to get us a present, I think, I can't speak for most guys, but you know, like I think that is enough.
Yeah.
But like if
Well, I think that's the same for girls. I mean, I think it's the same thing for everybody as long like they just like to know that somebody's thinking about them. But like I'm trying
no,
to
girls
think
are
of something.
petty. Girls are petty and they're gonna be like, I don't even like this.
I'm not
They'll
like
they'll
that.
smile in your face and they'll be like, oh, thanks, and then throw it in the trash when they get home.
You're telling me you've never thrown anything you gotten for Christmas from anybody in the trash?
Not that I can think of.
Grandma's presents? You're telling me
No, I've never thrown grandma's presents away because, first of all, our grandma, most underwhelming Christmas presents of all time.
she loved catalogs. So it was
Right,
always
but
catalog shopping.
the issue lies
I don't
when
mean
you're
like
giving,
throwing it away.
when
like,
you're giving a 10-year-old office supplies for Christmas. I'm not even kidding. Like she'd literally give me like a tape dispenser. One year I got a stapler. The other time I got like an envelope opener, and then like I got like a heavy duty flashlight and like a pencil sharpener. The electric pencil sharpener was actually good because I used it for school, but I don't know like whatever happened to it. I think maybe it just died after a while.
yeah.
So like, I mean,
And I'm not
I
saying-
used it, but I'm just like, I imagine being a 10-year-old, right? Like you're getting toys from everybody else. You're getting movies. You're getting video games.
Yeah. And then you
open up a freaking stapler and you're like,
she was so funny.
what? No, that's not funny. She was dead ass.
No, but she thought
wasn't
it
like
was
a
a good gift. She genuinely thought that like us kids just like love that shit.
A stapler?
She had the biggest smile on the face whenever we opened stuff.
Yeah, I bet she, you know, I bet she was like laughing because I bet she was a trolling us, you know, like I bet she's like, haha, they'll hate this, but they won't realize how handy it will come in and later on in life.
No.
But,
I mean, I don't mean like throw it away. Like I didn't just like throw it away, but like just stuff that just ends up fitting. You know.
I mean, there's definitely some things I've gotten for Christmas that I don't use. And it's just all like kind of all about time. Like most of those things that I can think of that I don't use are like kind of gifts like that, like a stapler and
yeah.
Like I got this like tent flashlight, which I actually did using, but I got that when I was like 12. I didn't use it until I was 18, folks. So,
that's funny.
Yeah, but I don't know because I have the same difficulty shopping for girls. Like for you, like I know you like clothes, and I kind of know what clothes you'd like.
Yeah, I feel like
but
it's
I don't,
super simple when it comes to presents.
But like guys, I don't think we like think that hard about it. So I'd rather just have you give me a list of
And
things
then
that
buy
you
it.
want, and I'll buy you things from the list because, like, well, I'm the kind of person I think like, well, what if they don't like it? What if it's not the right gift? What if they hate it? Like, what if it's not their style, right?
Right.
I don't want to waste my money. That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste my money if I know you might have a possibility of
Not
not
liking it.
liking something. So I'd rather you just give me a list.
Right.
But like, I don't know, like I've gotten girls' notebooks before.
That's pretty good.
Jewelry's always simple if it's like your girl or whatever.
Mm.
Not like super expensive jewelry, but
Yeah.
like,
I don't know.
I mean, unless you're like that deep into the relationship, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. What do girls like for?
Well, see, that's
gifts?
hard again because, like, I feel like I'm pretty simple. Like, when it comes to gifts, like, you can get me like an oversized T-shirt or like a sweatshirt or like a box of ice cream.
A box of ice cream?
Oh, like
A carton of ice cream?
carton of ice cream. I'm good.
Yeah,
But like if you got me a necklace, I probably wouldn't wear it.
that's fair.
This necklace I have on is the only necklace that I've worn for 2 years. Like, I just don't wear necklaces. The only time I really ever would wear necklaces is if I'm like out at work or something.
I would wear necklaces. I'm actually trying to get some more bling bling.
Really?
I'm trying to be dripping, son.
Yeah, the only jewelry that I really wear are like rings, and then like again, I have the same pair of earrings that I've been wearing for like I'm not wearing them right now, but
Right.
for like years.
Hmm.
Because I don't know.
I don't know, folks. Guys and girls, listeners, what do you like to get for gifts? What do you think is grifts? What do you think is a good gift for guys? What do you think are good gifts for girls? And hit us up on, like our Instagram. You can DM us, slide into our emails. You can leave a phone call on our number, right? Like,
Yeah.
give them the lowdown, Jenny.
You can give us a little text over on our number. That's always in all of our descriptions, or leave a voicemail.
What is that number? Do you know? Off the bat?
Not off the top of my head.
8675309. Not really though.
I got it somewhere in here. Let me search that up.
As always, go to our page, our Instagram page, give us a like, or give us a follow, shout us out, slide in our DMs. We're at it's at Overboard X Podcast. That is at Overboard, the letter X Podcast. And
our phone number is 469-217-3148. That's 469-217-3148. And you can leave a voice message, or you can a voicemail, or you can text us with any questions, comments, answers to the questions that we asked during our podcast. And yeah, I think that covers it all.
Yeah. Hit us up. We'd love to hear from you.
And
hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. And
a great Cyber Monday.
Yeah, hope you get all the deals, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
We'll get to steadier waters eventually.